And I'm Zanti, welcome to it. It is Game On, and we hope you're having a festive time with family. And I'll tell you what, in as far as football here in South Africa and England, the festivities are certainly giving us plenty to talk about. I am Sizwe Mapena, joined this week by just Shane McGregor. It's just the legend that joins me today. Jerry Skosana, of course, away on holiday with his family. We hope he's having a great time. But Shane, let's get straight to it and talk England and Arsenal looking to make the most of the December period, and they certainly are looking like a side that's trying to give Liverpool a run for their money. A 5-1 win, emphatic, over Crystal Palace, quite a statement.
Big statement, especially as Palace got a big draw against Man City the game before, you know, so it's a huge result for them. 5-1, scoring goals again. That was my worry. Most of their goals were coming from set pieces, but now they seem to have hit the straps again, getting the goals. Back to the old Arsenal. Remember the beginning of the season we saw that? That's where we are now. Back to the old Arsenal. All the players fit. That's the big thing. You know? There's Odegaard is back and all the rest of the players are back. So they're back injury-free. Makes a big difference. Can we say back to the old Arsenal with the opponent being a struggling Crystal Palace all season? Well, what are you saying about Man City then if Crystal Palace is back? Well, the same old City this season. Every team in this league can beat each other, and no matter what, you know, you got to go out there and give 100%. You got to be on top of your game, otherwise you're going to get a big surprise. Yeah, even though Crystal Palace aren't doing the best of all, it's still another derby game. It's also another victory. That's all that counts at this stage of the season. It's about getting those victories and then surviving until middle of Jan. Well, talk about Manchester City. The slump continues. Yeah. And we spoke about Aston Villa as a game that could continue their terrible run over the last couple of months. And they lose 2-1 to Aston Villa. And one has to now wonder about Pep and the change room. Yeah, you know, I told you earlier on air, I mean, I went with a draw in that one. It cost me a bit of money, but anyway. There's rumours. He's saying injuries, though, yeah? He's still saying everything is going. He's saying everything is fine. You know, we're working together. We're trying our best. But, you know, when your star player, Haaland, comes out and says quietly that, the players are trying their best, but certain things, decisions out of their hands are made. They can do nothing about it. So I think there is a bit of dissent within the ranks. I think the players have got to, Pep's lost his cool a bit with the players, and the players are not liking it. Yeah, he has to, but we'll see. The January transfers come in, and I'm sure they'll be bringing in players. You know, for me, City's always a top 3 team and pushing for the title. There's one thing I will tell you with certainty right now, as no Manchester team will win the league this year. Oh, no, I can guarantee you. I will tell you that. Now, Arsenal, 5-1, we talk about it. They are having a good run, of course, this season. Newcastle, they also scored goals. 4 against Ipswich, though. But I'll tell you what, Isak is a player that's worth talking about and exciting at Newcastle, yeah? You know, my problem with Isak is he blows hot and cold. You know, he's not consistent. He's not getting the goal. Yeah, he got a hat-trick, but he's not consistently doing it. Sure. So he gets a hat-trick this week. Next week, he's nowhere to be seen. That's my worry with him. He's very inconsistent. The Newcastle team, you know, they are a good side. When they come up against teams like that, they're gonna do well. So it's a big result for them. You know, they are owned by the richest guys in football, but because of the whole fair play thing, they can't bring in too many players, and that's been their problem at the moment, you know. So, well done to them, and well done to Isak getting the hat-trick, but I just want him to be more consistent. 9 goals. Talk about a Christmas gift. Tottenham at home to Liverpool. When Tottenham play, it's exciting football. The same thing in the Carabao Cup against Manchester United, but defensively, they've got problems. Took big 6 problems against Liverpool. Big problems, you know, and you know what I like about the Liverpool players, they had a meeting straight after the game and they were upset that they conceded 3 goals. So away from home, keep in mind. Yeah, but that just shows you the mentality of the team, you know. But unfortunately for Spurs, that's been their biggest downfall this season. Is, they score goals, but they also concede a lot. They need to stop that. I don't know how they're going to stop it, but there seems to be a big problem with certain teams this year, that they're conceding too many goals and getting unstuck. But Liverpool, brilliant. I mean, 6-3, won the first set. Second set it's looking like next year. In December. And away from home. And away from home. But now, theatre of nightmares. Message continues. New coach, same old United. Bournemouth of all clubs, 3-0. Bournemouth. Okay, at home. Smash Manchester United. Okay. At the theatre of nightmares, like I said. I forgot about that one. But you know that forgot word. I forgot about that one. 3-0. Yeah, you know, Man United, I don't know. I really can't put my hand on it. I've told you straight out from day one, their defence is shocking. They need to bring defenders in. Is he going to do it now in the transfer window? I'm not too sure. You know, I watched them in their cup game, and one of their defenders got injured, and you had Maguire and Evans, and you bring in on the veteran Evans. That just says everything about their team, you know. So, yeah.
I want to ask you about United. Before we recorded today's show, we were talking earlier about new coaches and players, and how just there's a new bounce about players after a coach leaves. It didn't happen with United. Other than the City game, it hasn't happened with United.
It did happen in a way. If you look at some of the results, he lifted the team for a couple of days. But you know what happens there. He's looked at players. He's done his assessment. He gave everyone a chance, and he has had a look at them. He's upset with certain players that they're not falling in line with the way he wants the club to run. And that's the big problem here. Rashford, for instance, not falling in line. Garnacho wasn't. He's now turned his attitude around.
Came in off the bench and looked great against Tottenham.
But that's what I'm saying. He's turned his attitude around. So you have to. You know, when you're playing for a manager, you play to what they want. You do what they want. If they want you to be more active with the team, you've got to do that. Rashford's not one of them. Rashford's a loner.
What happens when you want to discipline a player and he immediately goes to an interview where he says he wants to leave? Or he's thinking about challenges.
If I was the manager, I'll get rid of him. No matter how good he is, I would let him go.
Is he that good, though? Is Rashford that good?
Rashford is good, but he sulks, and he's one of those players that everything's got to go his way. And this is not going to happen with this coach. I can tell you that now. This coach will put his stamp down, and if you don't play for him, you're going to be gone. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be in coaching. I agree with that. I was like that, very hard in ways. If guys didn't fit in line, fall in line, you're gone. Simple, over and done with. Or you can sit next to me. One of
the toughest questions I've heard over the last week where Rashford is concerned, do you see many takers lining up for Marcus
I think
Rashford?
there will be. I think there'll be a lot. Because
top clubs?
Top clubs, yeah. Some top clubs will. You just got to take the attitude with it. And you know, you've got to have a manager that's willing to work with that. Most managers nowadays wouldn't do that, you know. So we'll see what happens.
Well, when you think of talent such as Tarab back in the day, and they never got to play for top clubs, although they were very talented players, I don't see Rashford in that ilk, in that league, yet there's talk of top clubs. I just don't see it in Rashford. Is it fair to say that?
No, I think he's a good player.
Really?
I really do, you know. I think he'll score goals for you. If you get him in the right frame of mind, he will score goals. He hasn't been in it for a long time. But to do that, who's going to be able to take that chance?
Wow. Who's going to get Rashford come January if he does leave Manchester United? Can Manchester United, at the very least, end December? Positively is the big question, but well, Liverpool flying, Arsenal flying, Chelsea 2-0 with Everton, but they're right up there in the championship race. That's our look at what's going on in England. On the other side of this, we talk about what's happening locally. And of course, Shane stays around.